Hey, what's up, everybody? Bill from the Worship Piano Lab here, and today I want to talk to you about probably the biggest train wreck that I have ever caused in a worship service, and hopefully encourage some of you, especially you worship leaders out there, as I know that this is a super busy time of the year, but tell you about a big lesson that I learned coming up. Well, it's December, mid-December really, and worship leaders, for us, probably two of the biggest services of our year are coming up in the next 2 weeks. You have probably devoted more prayer and planning and practice to these upcoming services than, well, more than any other time of the year, except maybe for Easter. And see, I want to tell you a story about Easter. Years ago, I was on staff at a mid to large size church in the Portland area. We ran about 2,000 people in a weekend, and I will never forget this one year's Easter service. All of the prayer, all of that meticulous planning, all those late nights and extra rehearsals. And on this occasion, I had a special soloist, a dear, dear African-American sister from our congregation, who was going to sing sort of a gospelized version of a song. Actually, it was At the Cross from Hillsong Church. Yeah, Hillsong Church, like before Hillsong United and Hillsong Worship and Hillsong Young and the Restless. So anyway, finally Resurrection Sunday comes, and the service is going great, and we are just jammed in the church, not only full of our own members and regular attenders, but lots of folks we hadn't seen in a long time, and visitors that we'd never even seen before at all. The place is packed. So we do our opening songs, and those go off great, and then we do the big resurrection reading from the Gospel of Luke and the big traditional, He is risen indeed, and we're ready for Donna to lead us in this song, At the Cross. So I start playing. And honestly, I mean, not to brag, but I'm kind of killing it on the piano, and the intro's all set up, and the congregation is waiting with anxious expectation, and it's time for Donna to sing. And something is wrong. Like, Donna is struggling, like really struggling, and I'm over here playing thinking, well, why does Donna sound so bad, so tinny? Like, why is she so pitchy? Why is she so struggling? Donna, what the heck? Get it together, right? And I look down in horror, and I realize that I have started the song a full fourth higher than it's supposed to be. The song is in E. Donna and I practice the song in E. The band's chord charts are in E, and Bill Brown is playing the song in A major. It's the biggest Sunday of our year, and incidentally, we've found that Easter is higher attended even than Christmas. It was our biggest Sunday of the year, our most special gathering, celebrating the resurrection of Christ, which the Apostle Paul would argue, I think, is the most important doctrine of the Christian faith. And I have caused such a bad train wreck in the worship and thrown my dear, dear sister that I love and admire and respect so much. I've completely thrown her under the bus. It's so bad that I have to stop the song, apologize, and start over. Now, let me talk to you worship leaders for a second, especially about two things, fear and reality. My fear was that I had basically ruined Easter at that point, destroyed the meaning of the resurrection, and possibly even caused a church split right then and there. Now, here's the reality though. It was fine. It was completely fine. Yes, it was embarrassing to have to stop the song, and I paused and I said something about, oops, I really need to apologize. I apparently am in my own little world over here playing in the wrong key. Can we please start over? Everyone laughed. We started the song over in the right key, and we were off. And now that we were back in a key that an actual human being could actually sing in, Donna sounded amazing. Now, I know you worship leaders. I know the propensity to finish a worship set and then to go back and overanalyze every single detail of every note. I know how crushing it can feel, missing one cue and one chord. But here's my word of encouragement to you as you head into these next 2 really big weekends. Relax. Pray, plan, practice. Practice till your fingers bleed. No, for real, blood on the keys. Red piano keys. Actually, I have a true story about that from my mentor. Another story for another time, maybe. But work hard, absolutely, and then relax. You are not offering God your notes. God is not the one you're going to impress when your guitar solo sounds just like The Edge. And you're not even really offering God your voice at the end of the day either. You are offering God your heart. So let me go so far as to say this: even if you just nail every note, every chorus, every bridge, every transition, but the whole service you're just like sweating bullets about all the details and giving the death glare to the electric player because he missed one of the dotted eighth notes in this song, that is failure in worship. And I've been doing this long enough to tell you this. Once you step on the platform, all that you've done to prepare, that's all that you can do at that point. You're not in control anymore. At that point, it is what it is. If the drummer drops a stick, if someone breaks a string, if the computer running the projection crashes, or yes, even if you blunder yourself into starting a song in the wrong key, all those things are out of your control at that point, and they're in the hands of the sovereign Lord that you came to worship that day. Your heart, that is what you control. That is what you choose either to submit to God or to give to pride or to the fear of man or to whatever else. Worship leaders, I love you all so much. I respect you and your ministries. My prayer for you this season is that, especially in these last couple weeks of Advent, your personal life will truly be full of all of this rejoicing of this season. And I know it's hard with all the extra stuff going on, but relax. Remember why you're doing this. Remember who you're actually doing all of this for. And if you have any specific prayer requests, do shoot me a private message. I would be very privileged to pray for you. Merry Christmas to you, and use chord sheets so that you don't start songs in the wrong key. All right, see you next time.